Hey everybody. I'm waiting for live stream to catch up on YouTube side so I can stop everything in its track. It doesn't even look like we're going yet. Can you guys hear me yet?
Live.
Are we live?
It's not showing live.
It's starting now.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Hey guys, can you hear me now? I think it started on YouTube side.
Yeah, it has.
Okay. And I want to say hello to Kathleen, Jada, Sandra, Jennifer, honey, I am glad you are back with us and feeling better. I am glad to see that.
Hey,
Hello, Michelle Martin. Moppy is in the house. We have Lynn.
Dawn.
Dawn. Oh, is our Dawn here? Hi, Dawn.
Here.
Love what you've been making, hun. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful. So, hey.
Before we get started, Karen, Jennifer Hoffbauer has a question. What does that mean, having something blacklisted?
Blacklisted is on the back end of your channel when you put words, certain saying, cuss words, stuff like that, that it won't come up in your chat. And I had a couple of names actually listed in there, and I had to remove one. So when Michelle posted, it said blacklisted, and as soon as I saw her name, I realized what was in the blacklist. So it just prevents things from coming through. That's all. Okay. So today there was some stuff posted in craft chat and about copyright, people using copyright material and stuff like that. So we're going to go over a little bit of copyright and public domain stuff as I know it from a photographer point of view, because this is stuff that I had to study and I learned for my own protection and my own rights, plus others, okay? And it's going back a few years, maybe 8. When I was doing Photoshop, I was heavy into Photoshop and creating stuff and everything. And I would actually create papers and textures and stuff for my friends that are into Photoshop and like to manipulate images, but not actually create different things, you know, per se. I would make stuff for them to use in Photoshop challenges that we were in and everything else. Graphic designers, anybody in the Photoshop, they know what I'm talking about. Okay, so the thing about copyright, as a photographer, I know this, and anything that I would create in Photoshop, as soon as I click the button on my camera, it is automatically copyrighted. I do not have to send it into copyright gov. I do not have to paste something to use the copyright emblem, because I push that button and it's documented more or less in my digital camera and stuff. That copyright emblem automatically becomes mine if I choose to use it on any of my photography work or anything that I would create in Photoshop or any other kind of drawing elements. Okay. You register your photography work and stuff. You can register it. You can do it digitally, or you can put it on a DVD. It's actually cheaper to do it by DVD, because as many images as you can get on a DVD is, you're only going to pay one price for all of them, and then they're all copyrighted. And the reason that a lot of photographers will copyright work like that, like weddings, just important stuff that is important to them. If somebody tries to actually steal your artwork, somebody tries to steal your work, it stands up easier and faster in a court of law if you have it registered with the Copyright Office, okay? It's not a requirement, but things will just happen for you faster when it's done that way, okay? And you don't have to pay to use the copyright emblem, nor are you required to say that this work is copyright. I don't have to put copyright on any of my images. It's not required by the law, okay? Now, copyright, we, the United States, follow a copyright that's called the Berne Convention, if I am saying it right. Oh, hold on. That looks like a little fuzzball up there. This convention was actually started in 18 something. Okay. At one point I could have told you the years and even the countries that started it. There was a lot of countries in it before the United States actually entered in to the Berne Convention copyright thing. And it is not nationwide, it's worldwide, guys. I mean, there are countries from all over the world that are part of this convention. The United States actually entered into this convention in 1989, if I remember right, okay? So when we did that, our copyrights started following the Berne Convention, okay? Let's see. It's, okay, the Berne Convention. It's an international treaty, the Convention for the Protection of Literature and Artistic Works, signed at Berne, Switzerland. I'm probably not saying that right. On September 9th, 1986, and all acts, protocols, and reversions thereto. The United States acceded to the Berne Convention in 1989. So that is right. March 1st, 1989. We joined that convention. Why we held out before then, don't know, but there are literally countries from all over the place. Okay, now the thing is, there's a difference between copyright images and public domain images, because I put my work, if I'm doing my bird images, butterflies, my flowers, weddings, portraits, landscape, anything that I take, as I said earlier, it's copyrighted because I put it up online on Facebook, Flickr, a couple of the other things that I am part of in my photography work. That is not public domain, guys, because it's in the public does not make it public domain. And everybody seems to think something's public, it's free. No, it's not. And you better be careful just snatching somebody's paper or someone's pictures, someone's images, someone's artwork because you think it looks pretty and would look good on a background for your YouTube channel, your Facebook channel, your Twitter account, whatever social media you want it in, even to print it, okay, on cardstock. That is illegal, and it is not public domain. Public domain comes into effect after copyright laws run out. My images only have a copyright law for so long. It only falls under protection, if I remember right, and I will actually have to search that. You guys can look it up yourself. It's somewhere like around 75 years that a copyright does stay in effect. So my work will go down to my child and maybe even into my grandchildren's thing from when the copyright will actually end, okay? And then if it was upline somewhere or they shared it, if someone wanted to use that work, it would actually be public domain. Then they could, without any permission from my family, without having to buy it or anything, and they could do as they please with it. That is what public domain is, okay? There is no copyright attached to public domain, or there has never been a copyright on public domain, okay? Then you have something that's called Creative Commons. Now, I suggest you guys research Creative Commons because Creative Commons can go in several different directions. I have created some stuff in Photoshop with Creative Commons license, okay? Creative Commons can run under, say, Moppy likes to do stuff on computers, Angela does, and even Robin does to a certain effect. They like to use things. I can give them something called under Creative Commons licensing, but I can set that licensing up that they can only use it for personal use. They can use it on their Facebook. They can use it to print out, but they cannot use it as an artwork to sell. Okay? Then there's another Creative Commons that you can use to sell. It's a separate, I don't know exactly what the title is, but you can set it up where it can be a creative work that can be sold. Creative Commons runs in different directions, and you all need to research that. When people put up images, we belong to a lot of different groups on Facebook and in YouTube. I realize this, and I've seen it, and I'm going to tell you straight out, it is a pet peeve of mine, and probably because I'm a photographer, but it is a very pet peeve of mine when someone will put up an image and actually have no idea where this image has come from. They don't know if there's a copyright attached to it. They don't know if the copyright has run out and it's become a public domain. They don't know if it falls under Creative Commons, and if it does, which Creative Commons. And again, the artist, to whoever this was created by, is lost again. Okay? That can get you in trouble. People say, oh, look here, what I found. Pinterest is awful for this. People throw stuff up left and right on Pinterest. Then someone else takes it. Then someone else takes it. Then someone else takes it. And before long, the footprint to the original artwork is lost. Well, you can be using somebody's artwork that they have spent hours and hours, and graphic designers will tell you they spend hours on their work, and that is their time, okay? And it can all get lost in the shuffle. You have to be careful. Find out where that artwork is coming from, okay? Find out where it's coming from. Make sure that you're not stealing somebody's art. But then, if somebody is doing artwork and they take a picture that comes from public domain and they make it theirs, they add to it, they do something different to it, that can come under copyright material then, in what they did per se with it, okay? Like there's a lot of Santas floating around, or there were in November and December. There were a lot of different Santas. Now, I know for a fact some of these Santas I see coming up, they were on another site a couple of years ago. They were selling them as decoupage, okay? The thing is that these Santas had already belonged to the public domain for several years. They are old Santas, and they were created a long time ago. So it was no big deal. And other people started sharing and using and doing. Okay, fine. That's fine. But if someone takes work like that and then they add to it and they change it and they manipulate it and they make sort of a whole new design around it, now that can fall under copyright for that person. Okay, not the original design, but what they added to it. Like, say, let's use shapes, okay, as a thing, like square, circle, the fleur-de-lis, if I'm saying that right. None of these can be copyrighted, okay? It's a basic shape. It can't be copyrighted. If you have a fork and you take a fork, that shape, it can't be copyrighted. Now, if that fork has a specific inlay on it, a specific drawing that someone created, and the copyright has not run out. Now, what is on that fork may be copyrighted. It may not be old enough yet to be in public domain, okay? The shape of the fork itself would be safe, but you better be careful what's on the fork, okay? And I'm not even looking in chat, guys. I'm just looking to see if anybody's having questions, and I am not confusing anybody. Hey guys, thanks for all coming. I really appreciate it. So again, you have to be careful. Basic shapes are not copyrighted. Somebody can make a old rustic heart shape out of chipboard for an album. Well, guess what? That heart shape, you're going back several centuries on that with quilters. It's not a new shape. It's not copyrighted because that shape has been around for generation after generation. It's not a brand new original something. It's a rustic shape heart, and it goes back to pioneer women, you know, when they were quilting and stuff. So, okay, that's safe. Am I making sense with this, guys? Let me just, because I don't want to keep going over the same thing. The thing is today in the group, someone brought it to our attention, you know, of selling copyright work. Well, I can tell you this much. If someone has a question about something they're wanting to buy, they need to go to that creative artist and ask them, approach them and say, hey, is any of this copyright before I buy it? You are within your rights to do that. And I do encourage you to do that because, you know, you don't want to get a pad of graphic 45 paper, scan that stuff and print it out on fabric. Okay. Do not do that. Okay. Do not do anything like that. That is illegal, guys. I don't care who you see doing it. I don't care how it was done, when it was done. That is illegal. Do not ever scan any paper pads out there unless you have explicit permission in writing or in an email, not over the phone. You make sure somewhere it's in writing that you have permission to use that product in that way. Okay. Then there is people that take public domain images and they change them and they make them images theirs. Okay. They make them theirs. That is legal, guys. That is very legal. Nobody is ever going to put their business in danger by using illegal copyright work unless they're just stupid. People aren't going to do that. And I specifically know my friend is not going to do that. Okay. She's worked too hard and too long to establish her business with the followers and the what's the word I want, Robin? Customers.
Right.
Okay. She's worked too hard and too long to establish her customers that she has created to do something as stupid as use copyright work. Okay. She's not going to do that. Okay. So there's a difference. And there's people out there that are still trying to start crap. There's people out there that are still trying to hurt other people's businesses because they think of themselves as graphic designers and would just like to step into her shoes. Okay, first of all, you got to have the same skill level for that to even happen. Okay, and if it's not there, it ain't happening. It isn't going to matter what you do. You're not going to step into those shoes. Okay.
No, and there's different methods of graphic design. You've got architectural design. You've got, let's see, cartoons. You know, people who like to do the cartoon type things. You've got realism. It's the same realm of art in graphic design that it is in any other art form. There are many different types of graphic artists.
Yes,
Not, you know, not everyone is going to be, just because somebody does one form, that's the only form there is. No. Some people have more talents in one area than they do in another. I have no talent in any of those areas. I stay away from them. I let the people who know what they're doing do it. But I did want to touch on another subject about copywriting, because this has been thrown around a number of times, and that's regarding flowers. Okay. Nobody has a copyright on making flowers. There's no such thing. I mean, there are so many different kinds of flowers out there, and flowers have been made in many art forms by many people throughout centuries.
And let me click on you, hon.
Oh, wait, I got my picture hidden because I'm under the weather and I look at.
Well, so do I, so go on.
Okay. So, you know, don't listen to, you know, people saying that, you know, somebody has a copyright on a flower, how to make a flower, because it doesn't exist. Okay. Same thing with, you know, like it goes into shapes, like Karen was talking about. Shapes are there in a flower? How many different flowers are there out there? It's absolutely impossible to copyright every single one of them. Not even possible.
Well,
So,
and you got to consider flowers, making flowers and stuff. You're probably going back to almost biblical times when people started sewing and stuff like that. And I know in the early years of even Christianity, the churches of Christianity, flowers were being made then. I have a friend that researched all this. Fabric flowers were being made back then. I mean, come on. We're talking about, what was it, 1700s, where the millers were making top hats that actually had live birds and everything else in them. I mean, you're talking about something that has been done over and over and repeatedly in so many different ways. I would really find it hard to be able to copyright any kind of fabric flower or paper flower for that matter out there. So yeah.
hi Lee, hi Patsy.
Yeah, Lee, go check the group, hon. You'll see what we're talking about. So it's just silly, and people trying to destroy someone's business to grow their own,
Or just for pure nastiness.
I just don't know. I honestly don't know how somebody can try and destroy someone else's livelihood and sleep with themselves at night. I don't understand how you could go to such extent to better your own self and look your children in the eye, or look anybody in the eye and claim that you're a good person. I don't get that mentality. I honestly never want to get to know that mentality, but I'm here to tell you guys there's a difference. There is a big difference between copyright and public domain. And that's why I was making sure you guys understand exactly the difference between copyright, public domain, Creative Commons, and stuff like that. Because let's look at here. I know one of the images that's been floating around out there, and I know Angela has used this image, and now Prima, I think it's Prima Company, is now using this same image. And they're using it in a different way too. So is somebody going to get up and accuse them of stealing copyrights? You see what I'm saying?
Not going to happen.
Does this make sense to any of you guys?
It's a perfect analogy. Yes.
You know, so, you know, when someone approaches you, and, you know, it seems like, you know, people's lapdogs are just, you know, nipping at the heels, nip, 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 nipping at the heels. Ask them, where's your proof? Where is your proof? If someone is accusing somebody of something, don't take it at face value, guys. Just like I told you, don't take it at face value that that picture that somebody uploaded and said, hey, this can be used for your fabric books. Don't take that at face value. Say, where did you get it from? And is it in the public domain, or does it have a Creative Commons copyright free license attached to it? Okay, so when someone is saying somebody is doing something, say, really? How do you know this? Where's the proof? I want the proof in my pudding, guys. Okay, then let's put it in a bowl and Karen will get a big spoon. Yes, I'm being sarcastic right now because honestly, Christmas is over. I'm still in the Christmas spirit. We are heading into the new year, and
Hi,
this
Patsy.
bullshit needs to stop. It really needs to stop.
Sandra,
Really needs to stop.
excuse me a second, Karen. Sandra, you have nothing to be sorry about, sweetheart. Absolutely nothing.
No, Sandra, please, please do not be sorry. Thank you for bringing it to our attention because honestly, it needs to be addressed, and it needs to be addressed in the right way because there are a lot of crafters out there that do not realize the laws that go along with copyright, public domain, and stuff like that. This helps everybody and it protects everybody.
Right.
You know, because anybody that messes with images, it's very important that you know how and what you can and cannot do. Because like there's even something called copyright fair use laws, okay? Use Act or something like that. And now there's, I would recommend that you Google that too. But, you know, someone said, well, I can take this image. I want to take Karen's image, okay? And I'm going to be talking about a mountain thing. Well, how much of that image are they going to take? Are they going to take the whole picture? Are they going to take part of a picture? You know, because fair use, you can open yourself up to another lawsuit there. And lawyers, photography lawyers, anything like that, they can have a heyday with that, okay? Just research it because you get in deep with that crap now. They can take your house, they can take your car, they can take your income, they can get a hold of your host provider, they can shut down your website. Yeah, you know, fair use law, fair use. If you're going to use part of an image for like a news report or why do my glasses feel like they're sitting crooked? Are my glasses sitting crooked? Oh, I'm going to click back on me, Robin. If you're explaining something, if you're teaching something, that's where fair use will fall into effect, okay? And even then, you're only supposed to take so much of that picture. You're not even really supposed to take the whole image. You can sometimes get away with it for like a news thing, but there's still laws that go with that, and you need to be aware of them. And then there is people that really love a picture and they want to share it on their blog because they fall in love with it and they love it, and they give props to the creator or the author or however you want to put that. Okay, guys, this is still wrong. This is still illegal. You can take a thumbnail with a link to the original image, but do not take the original image. That is still considered stealing, okay? Even if you're giving that artist props, you know, you get permission. You always get permission. And all that's costing you is the time for an email. And the most that they can do is say no. And if they say no, then just move on. Because what it comes down to, guys, is when you guys spend hours in your craft room creating something with your beautiful stuff that you have, a labor of love, it's going to be a present, or it's going to go on your wall, or it's just something you're going to treasure for yourself. And I walk into your craft room and I say, oh, I like that, I'm going to take it, thank you, and just walk out the door with it. No hi, bye, kiss my butt, no nothing. It's mine. I wanted it, so I took it. Okay, can I legally do that? Can I legally walk into your home and just grab what I want up out of it and walk back out the door? No, I can't. Okay, and it's the same way with images. Okay, be careful of what things belong to who. Okay. And if you wonder about something, somebody comes to you, take it to the artist. How am I going to know? That's not my store. I didn't create that. I'm not selling that. I don't even know where that came from. You know, why are you asking me except for maybe to stir the pot in a group that you left? You're
Yeah.
not even part of the group anymore. You left the group. And then you send users of the group this kind of messages. Okay. Red flag, people. Red flag. Okay. Second of all, I'm going to tell you right now, if Etsy has any doubts of anything ever breaking copyright laws, they are going to pull the store. They're not going to pull the image. They're going to pull that store until that dispute is figured out. Okay, because Etsy's not getting sued, guys.
Right. Karen, I have a question for you.
Okay.
Lee wants to know if you could make a video to show how to put a watermark on the pics of creations that people make.
Lee, I could, but unless you got Lightroom, it wouldn't do you any good. I do my stuff like that. I do it in Adobe Lightroom. I will have to research and see about doing it. I do have Photoshop and Photoshop Elements. I'll have to research and see how to do that. It's actually been a while. Lightroom came out, guys, and I did not look back at for Photoshop. I spent like 2-3 years every day in Photoshop, and when Adobe Lightroom came out, it matched up so beautifully with my photography work. Photoshop just sort of fell by the side, but I will check into it, Lee. It won't be till after the first, though. I'll tell you that right now.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, that PicMonkey, that you can use PicMonkey to create a watermark. I know I did.
No, and you know what? Yeah, I don't know about that. That might be something to Google. I don't know about them programs because I use my own software.
Yeah, but for those of us that don't have that, and do want to put something on our photos, I know that I went to PicMonkey, and it'll do you can do all kinds of watermarks and then just download it and then put it on your pictures.
Right. And Jennifer says, don't feel badly, Sandra. You didn't create this problem. We're so glad you shared this with us. And I'm personally happy to be learning this stuff. And Jennifer is right, Sandra. You did not start this. You did not create this. The person that contacted you did. You know, and I don't think that they did it in a sincere fashion, worrying about
No.
if they bought something, because if that was the case, they wouldn't have left the group first. That is people being implanted in the group to start trouble. You know, wow, this has been going on since we created Craft Chat. So how original.
Yeah. And that, and the thing that bothers Karen and I the most is the fact that they're going through you guys to get to us, and that's not acceptable. So please, 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 if you're contacted with any of this garbage, let us know, because we will deal with it directly. We don't want you guys being affected by any of this nonsense. Like I said, they're like mosquitoes. You just keep swatting them, and then
Yeah, because we know there's several of you guys, and there's several different people. They're not all the same. There are several different people that are popping up on you guys and your YouTube and stuff like that. The only thing is that these dumbasses, and that's what I'm going to call them, dumbasses, don't bother to get to know, let's say, their victims, because the people that they are actually targeting are the ones that will go right back at them, chew them up and spit them out. So, you know, that's pretty just dumb. on your end. Okay.
Or as you know, one of the most famous words, repeated words, ridiculous, just ridiculous, just ridiculous. Yeah. Hear that word over and over. Yeah, you're absolutely right. It is ridiculous.
Yeah, Sandra posted it in there, Moppy, asking a question, and she did the right thing. She brought it to our attention, and we are very thankful for you guys because there's more than just Sandra.
Yes, there is.
And we appreciate that you bring it to our attention because this way things can get addressed, you know, about copyright and public domain and everything else. We can get this straightened out because we realize a lot of you don't deal with it. You don't even know about it, you know, but honestly, with all the images that a lot of you guys do deal with, it is something to be very much aware of.
Yes, and as Jennifer said, they would have contacted Angela directly if that was a sincere concern.
Yes.
You know, it's just, it's putting, what it was, guys, is it was a way for someone to put a bug in someone's ear and start that little rumor mill spreading, create a little bit of doubt in one person's mind, and then they tell another, like the whisper game. Y'all are familiar with the whisper game. You know, you whisper in somebody's ear, and then by the time it gets to the last person, it's completely changed, not even remotely close. Excuse me. So, you know, and that's why I keep saying, and Karen keeps saying, please, please do what Sandra did, bring it to our attention, because we want to nip this in the bud. There's enough of this going on in the background that could sink the Titanic 5 times over. And, you know, we don't want any of you affected by this nonsense. And when you are, please tell us. Please, please tell us. Not that we're going to start trouble. We're not out to start trouble. We're out to put a stop to trouble. There's a big...
We're going to address that. Yes. Is what we're going to do. And we're going to straighten things out is what we're going to do because, you know,
yes, Sandra.
That's slander. You know, that really is. You're slandering someone's business. You're defaming someone's work. You know.
Yeah, Sandra says the fly swatter isn't working. We need to upgrade to the bug zapper. I'm with you, Sandra. Let's get one of those industrial size zappers. We'll just have at it. Yes.
Yeah. The fly swatter isn't working. We need to upgrade to the bug zapper.
Yeah.
So, if you guys ever wonder about anything, about an artist, about a seller or anything, contact them personally, you know, but also, you know, ask somebody for their proof when they are accusing and throwing accusations out there. Just don't take their word for it. Right. Ask for proof. Tell them to back up their mouth. Back it up. You know, back it up or shut up. It's as simple as that. You know, back it up or shut up.
Right, and which we've said numerous times. Prove it or shut up. Unfortunately, that doesn't always work. You know, we tell them.
In the drama videos, everybody, I don't know about you guys, but we are definitely over the drama videos, and they don't seem to be getting the attention that these people need. And so now they're going to do it this way. They're going to start a different approach.
Bad rumors.
Yeah, and you know, shame on them. You know, but I don't want anybody in our group worrying about anything. Okay. Wait, guys, somebody's trying to talk to me too, and Karen's mind just, I just
hey, Angela.
I can't absorb everything at once.
Okay, Angela, we'll talk to you in Skype, honey. We just had to address this. Well, in a roundabout way, yes. Yeah. So we'll discuss this further with you, honey, in private. No, it's not going to happen. Nope, nope, nope. Not going to
no.
happen.
And when,
No.
just ask for proof when anybody's saying anything. And always, always, always look at your source and where it's coming from and why, like Sandra did.
Right.
Sandra really wondered about it, and Sandra did the right thing.
Yes,
She
she did.
did not take it for granted. She did not take that what was being said was absolute fact. Sandra acted like a responsible adult. Okay. Something that a lot of people need to try.
Yeah, they need
Okay.
to learn. They need to learn that.
Yeah.
How to be an adult 101. Take the class.
Yeah. So, and you know what? Stop trying to ride our backs into your famehood. Okay.
Right.
You want your 5 minutes of fame? Do it on your own, honey.
Right.
Or honeys, however you want it. But get off our backs. We're doing this on our own. We are building our stuff up one subscriber at a time, one project at a time, one chat at a time, one friend at a time, because we take time to be with our friends. We take time to cultivate our friends. We're not asking for a bunch of people rush in, jump on the bitch train, and then haul out from the station, because we're after something that is going to last for years down the road, not just for a hot minute.
Right.
So get off our backs,
And
stand on your own 2 feet,
and keep your name, our name out of your mouth.
and earn your own. Okay? Earn your own stuff. Have a little pride. For Pete's sakes, have some pride.
Oh, thank you, Jada. Yes, and that's true. Angela says if you have questions, ask her. And that's basically what the point we're trying to get across. Ask. If someone is feeding your, trying to whisper in your ear a bunch of garbage, say, where's your proof? Don't come at me with rumors. Don't come at me with innuendo. Don't come at me with so-and-so said, he said, she said crap. Show me the proof. Or shut up and get out of my face. It's that simple.
And
This is their tactic. It's been their tactic. They've tried every avenue and have been unsuccessful in every arena. But I'll be damned, and so will Karen, if they're going to use our friends to accomplish this. And that's what you people are. You, each and every one of you, are our friends. We care about you. We don't want this happening to you at all, under any circumstances. No. We're big girls. We can handle our own crap that gets thrown at us. We don't even pay any attention to it because it's monotonous and it's old.
And
but
we know
you guys are a whole different
do.
story.
Yes, but we know that they can, and they wanted us to let them stand on their own. So that's what we're doing. But we know that certain people from the UK and other places are coming onto YouTube channels and, just being asinine. That's all they're being. They think they're cute when these people that are doing their own YouTube channels have nothing to do with anything, but they are harassing. Okay, when you're being harassed, do what the other people, they told us, they made sure we knew about it, and they make sure we knew who. Do I really need to do another shut up video? But anyway, report them.
Yeah.
Just report them as harassment and spam. And I'm telling you, YouTube gets enough reporting about the same channel, the same person. YouTube's going to deal with them. They're going to get a strike,
Yep.
And because you're reporting them being on your channel, you're not reporting from their channel. You're reporting from your own channel. YouTube can see that they're there. YouTube can see what you're reporting, So let them keep doing it. Let them report. You guys keep reporting as harassment. And maybe they'll just do themselves in. Give them enough rope, they'll hang themselves.
Oh, please.
Lee, were you trying to ask me something, hon? I see where you said Karen.
Absolutely, Kathleen. It is very important and very useful to know about these laws because they, where we all create, it's all art. And we need to know if we're doing something wrong or if we're okay. And so for our own protection and because we don't want to undermine another artist, we need to know this. So you're right, it is. It's very important.
And Angela is not going to put anything out there that can destroy her business.
No.
I mean, think about that. That is so stinking stupid to even suggest otherwise because Angela helps her husband support her family. She puts in there like her husband does. She supporting Taylor's
Interference.
makeup and fingernail habit. I
Well,
mean, it,
Jennifer said, why would that person not have just messaged Angela? Because it wasn't a real concern, Jennifer. This was a ploy to create doubt.
this is a
That's
way to
all
get
it
rumors
was.
started that gets spread
Yeah,
through the crafting community that Angela is doing something illegal so nobody shops at her store. It's
exactly.
exactly what it is, okay? It's another ploy to try and hurt Angela's business, her income that helps put food on her child's table,
And
put clothes
there,
on her child's back.
right. And there is a YouTuber out there who has been slandering, defaming Angela with the lies. And I know that that's where this idea came from. I would lay money on it, was from that individual.
Or
So,
from her or from her crowd, but probably more than likely her because now she's wanting to jump into the arena that Angela already is in with
right,
her digital images.
right,
And I guess she's afraid of the competition. She can't do it legitly on her own and have a fair little thing of competition because competition in business is healthy. Okay. There's nothing wrong with it. But hold your own, honey. Hold your own. You make good images. They're pretty. People like them. You ain't going to have to worry about what Angela does. Just like Angela already has her customer base.
right.
Angela built her customer base up from scratch. Build your own up. Stop trying to steal someone else's. Build your own customer base up. Do it through your own work. Do it through your own graphic design. If people like your stuff, they're going to buy it. If they
Right.
don't like your stuff, I guess you need to take up a new thing of employment then.
Yes,
That's all I can tell you.
Kathleen, very good point. As a group, um, we're strong. We support one another, and that's what they need. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes, Jada, they want to pull people away from this group and hurt Angela. They would like to shut us down. That's the bottom line.
Oh, they would love to shut Craft Chat down, and
Yes, they have been trying since
it's not going to
the
happen
new
because
one,
we don't do
just like they're trying to undermine Angela. And Angela, sorry we didn't give you a heads up before this, darling, but sometimes things just need to be said right now. And that's
Karen
what
was
we
in
had
one
to
of
do.
those right now moods.
Yeah, Karen was in a right now mood. Robin is in the mood to do battle. I have my sword up, and I still have a couple of days till the end of the year, so I might just use it. Because I'm tired. We're all tired. You guys are tired, you know. And we've tried to keep it quiet. We've tried to do everything under the sun, and still it keeps coming. But this was kind of like could not be ignored. It was so blatantly obvious what was being done, and we just couldn't not say anything. So, I hope you guys don't mind. I hope that, you understand why we felt the need. Um, oh, Shelly says, Karen,
Yes, hon.
if I take two pictures and mix them to form a new one, is that my design?
Not if the two pictures are under copyright, it is not. No, if you do it out of public domain, yes. But not on copyright.
But if they're her pictures,
If there's pictures that Sandra took herself,
yeah.
Well, they're already her pictures. They already belong to her.
Okay, well, I didn't know if that was what she was talking about. I'm trying to find Lee's question.
Yeah, I can't, and I don't have my mouse, so I can't. Scrolling with your finger.
I'm scrolling, but I'm not seeing it. I'm sorry, I just don't see it. But yeah, Angela, we are excited about the live crop for New Year's. It's going to be on Craft Chat. We're all going to be there, crafting our hearts out, and you know, we've got some pretty exciting new things coming up this year, and we'll hope you guys will all be along for the ride with us. Bring in the new year in a good way with laughter and love and peace. Peace be with you. Peace, my friend. Peace.
Does anybody else have any questions about copyright or public domain? Because if so, now's the time to ask them, because Karen's going to be ending this soon. No, not your question, Angela. Anything that directly pertains to copyright and public domain, or have I pretty much explained that for all of you guys?
Okay, so on a video you guys said bombing with a thumbs down, is that an app or do they have many people helping them? That is what's called a bot. That is a bot, and they are legal. You can get them anywhere on the internet. And what it does, it will sneak into your video, and whatever they instruct that robot to do, it's called cyber, what was it? Cyber something or other. I can't remember, Karen. We did a little research on it.
Shelley. Oh, I'm sorry, Robin. Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
Let me know when you're done. Shelley, I would actually have to see that label for reuse with modifications. Right off the bat, that is not ringing any bells for me, so I don't know what kind of license or anything that falls under. Sorry, I mean pictures labeled for reuse with modifications. Again, who put the pictures up there? Is there a copyright on them? Are they public domain? This is what you got to find out. Anybody can put pictures up anywhere. This is what you need to remember, guys. Anybody can put pictures up there. When I see pictures being put up a group, here, guys, I got some free images. Okay. Now, I know I've been in one big group, and they do the shabby chic and everything. And they put, the owner of that thing put up images. And I said, where did the images come from? Where are these images from? Never got an answer. So you bet your bottom dollar, Karen doesn't have them on her computer. They are not saved to my computer, and never will they be printed off, because the person that posted the link for that could not or would not answer my question. So again, because there's stuff on Pinterest, because somebody that you know or you trust, if somebody doesn't specifically say these are public domain or these are free for use, be leery, and then still ask where exactly did they get the pictures from.
Karen, she's saying it's on Google Tools under usage rights. She'll have to look that up, hon.
Yeah. If send me a link on Facebook, hon, just send it to me in private message. Okay. And there was something else I was just reading. Hold on. Because I know it can't be seen, because I can see it falls under my channel blacklist for some reason. Kathleen said, what they don't get is why we keep coming back. We love the support. We love the laughter, not drama. I bet it's drama that's putting that under my blacklist.
Yeah.
Love you, ladies. Have an awesome day. Kathleen, we love you too, hon. You know that.
Yeah, Jennifer Lee, just Google bots. You will your jaw will drop just like ours did. We had no clue how many there were. Excuse me, and just how easy it is to obtain them and use them. And yes, it is illegal. It's very much illegal to use them, and you know, it can get flags on your channel if a bot's used. But unfortunately,
well, the thing is that YouTube would be able to see on the backside where
right,
that bot is
right,
coming from, you know, because if people cannot get even 50 people into their live chat, there's no way you got 60 people to do a thumbs down in
right,
2 seconds flat.
right,
Because first of all, that many people isn't all going to happen at the same time, you know, spontaneously, because everybody has different internet connections. People are on iPads, phones, and everything else, and they got to go through different things to do that stuff. So, you know, you throw up a red flag
well,
right there.
and we also discovered that in doing our research, because we were getting bombarded on Craft Chat with, you know, an enormous amount of thumbs. I mean, extraordinarily enormous amount of thumbs down. And we figured out that you know, they can do a, what was it? In 2 seconds, every 2 seconds, the bot can do this. Now, it would take a whole lot longer for a person to do that, because they would have to go to the end of the video, stop it, restart it in order to do it again. And I don't even know if that's true, because it's just, I don't see how it's even possible for humans to do it. Like Karen said, they would have to be all synced together.
And that isn't going to happen
Yeah,
because the internet connection itself would stop that.
right.
It wouldn't even work because everybody's on different apps. Everybody has different data speeds and everything else. So that would not work. Just like if you see somebody's thumbs up jump 50, 60 people, you know, even 40 people within seconds, and say there's only 60 to 100 in their live chat, or that's watching, but they don't even have 20 in their live chat. That's a pretty good sign those people are also using bots, you know, especially if they don't have a big following. Now, you got 50, 60,000 followers. It's doable. I can see that being doable. Not within 1 or 2 seconds of each other.
No,
But
no.
it is doable because these people are having so many people
Yes.
watching at one time. But you get somebody that only has a couple thousand followers, and then they have, say, 100 people at their live show. That isn't all happening within 2 seconds. It's
No.
not happening, guys. That's a bot.
Moppy, to answer your question, can it be proven that it's a bot? And if so, who sent it to the channel? I'm sure that YouTube could probably find that information out, but individuals such as ourselves, no, we have no way of knowing that. We just don't know. And yes, Jada, you're absolutely right. These bots can be really dangerous. They really can.
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, you've got minds out there that will do this kind of thing, even just for, you know, like thumbs down. What they don't realize is that, you know, thumbs down are still counted as views. So, you know, they're kind of defeating their own purpose, really. No, they don't have much in their lives. They find time to do this crap. It's pathetic, but, you know, at any rate, that, you know, we just, if there's no other questions, I'm going to have to run, Karen.
Me too. I've got stuff to get
So,
done.
yeah. So, I want to thank you guys for coming. I hope this has helped you. Please feel free to email or question Karen on any of this technical stuff, because Robin's clueless.
No, please send all your questions to Robin. Okay, guys? Send all of them to Robin.
No, send them to Karen, to Shirley, because Robin is clueless on this techie stuff. Karen will say something. I go, what? Speak English to me. I don't get it. So yeah, send them all to Karen.
Lee, we are glad you guys are home too, and you had safe travels. We've missed you.
Yeah. So we love you guys, and we will see you tomorrow at 11 Central, 12 noon on Craft Chat.
She won't even let me end the show on my own channel, guys.
Well, I'm letting shut up right now. Go for it.
No, you go. You heard Robin. I'm just picking on her.
He likes to do that a lot.
I do. I love you. What can I say?
Yeah, I know. I know. It's so obvious.
Okay, guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
God bless. Bye-bye.